Oh, it came back. Okay, I went and took a bathroom break while it was down, because I didn't know if it was going to come back. The last time it went out in the middle of the stream was when I had that big internet outage, and I didn't expect it to do that again, but I also didn't want to just sit here twiddling my thumbs until it fixed itself, so unfortunately that probably did split the VOD up, which is unfortunate, but I don't know at what point during that race it cut out, to be honest. I finished the race and looked over and went, oh, my internet died. God, it's fucking coarse. So, we will get back into it, I guess, and hope that it doesn't hiccup again. It is a definite downside with streaming at night, because that is when they tend to do their maintenances, which makes sense. I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm in the minority in regards to the amount of people that need it for work things at this kind of hour. Brake and racing games where both brake and accelerate on the bumpers, but as soon as they're both on face buttons, you're like, no. That's... Why? I typically just don't brake because it doesn't, like, feel good. It doesn't feel correct. It feels like whenever I do it, I'm losing all of my speed, and that it's just not the way to do it. Now, in some games, I've learned to, like, feather the brake while drifting, which can work, but... Like, here, trying to, like, brake to take these corners just doesn't really feel great. On the other hand... Oh god, it's just very tight, too. Still feels like if you slam it too much that you're just losing all your speed. That turn is so fucking mean, dude. I hate it. How funny is it that I just started driving like I do in Crossworlds and it's working? Oh, that's not great. Because that's the brake I decided to start using, and I'm like, oh, this kind of actually works. Still feels weird because I don't have drifting, but... It's still a little touchy. Oh! I could still use better tires, I think. Because traction still feels pretty bad. Yeah, internet went... And then I hopped up and took a break, because I didn't want to just sit here assuming it was going to come back. Because, yeah, the last time that happened was when it was out for 10 hours. This must be the off-road section, yeah. So that part feels way worse. Did I just level up? Did I just awaken? That turn sucks ass. Oh, that turn's tighter than I realized. It's also, I'm, like, very fast now, so it feels good. Oh, this part sucks. Yep. Yep. Yeah, usually when it goes out, it's not for long. It's just that the last time was when that was when it was, like, real fucking cold. And I think they just had problems because of that. Which, you know, what can you do? I don't get people who, like, vehemently hate their ISPs, especially Comcast. I feel like Comcast is really overhated. I've never had a problem with Comcast. The only problem I've ever had with Comcast is that, like... they all do this. They do that thing where they, like, inch your bill up slowly over time and just hope that you won't notice. Until one day you're like, holy shit, why is my internet bill $200? But they all do that. It's still shitty, but, you know. I just don't get why. Like, I remember getting mad at a friend when I lived in Virginia because they had Comcast and they complained about them constantly. And it was all like, it was the littlest shit. It wasn't like actual problems. And when I lived in Virginia, I had really bad internet. And I was like, do you have any idea what I would do for Comcast right now? Like, you need to show a little appreciation. That one's off-road. So I've done all the on-road ones, I think. I guess this is how I'm gonna have to do it, is just kind of sort through and be like, okay. Do the on-road ones first. So I just haven't done this one yet. because it sucks. I'm gonna do the off-road ones. It's like, that's not even that much of an increase, man. I think I just need better tires. I'm just kind of being stubborn about it. You have Canadian internet, just the way you phrased that's very funny to me. Yeah, I don't know. I see people that have major internet problems and like not with Comcast. So whenever people are like, "Man, fuck Comcast," I'm like, "Get over it." Now I'm sure there are some people who have really gotten dicked around by them. Like I'm sure it has happened, but God, off-road still just like feels worse. We're kind of right back to where we started here. Oh, I don't have shit. Okay. I think maybe my next goal should be buying better off-road tires. I think my on-road tires are honestly kind of fine right now. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should get the CPU for better speed. I feel like that kind of worked on previous courses, where I was like, well, if I'm fast enough to make up for the fact that I'm making errors, who cares? That was weird. Oh, that's not good. That's also not good. Oh, this is not good at all. Yep, that's bad. I think if I had the glider, then this would have been fine. Well, now I don't know how long I've been streaming for, so I don't know when to... Never mind, OBS still has a clock running, so... Just look at that. Do, do, do. Okay. As much as I hate it, trying not to interface with this is causing problems. So we have... We're set up for off-road. We're set up for lightweight. And I have the floaty things for... I guess I should also equip the propeller for that brief water section. What? do. And honestly, like, this might hurt the mechanic even more, that, like, it feels like when you do just use the exact loadout that they want you to use, that things get way easier, which is like... Why don't you just force me to use it then? Like, why make it a choice when it's not a choice? You know what I mean? I don't really like illusion of choice in video games. I think Asian City is just going to come down to me actually learning how to drive the course now. Because I don't think there's really anything I can do there aside from the course is really hard. I guess I could buy better tires. So I can turn a little bit better. I'm not gonna lie, there was a small part of me that didn't want the internet to come back because I'm, like, kind of tired. And then I was already in the headspace of, like, alright, I'm gonna get my exercising done early, I'm gonna make something to eat. Okay, so I want the skis again for this. But do I? Would I prefer the skis over the water? I mean, the water's really slow. Like, no matter what you do, even going through with the propeller, even going through with the hover, it's slow as fuck regardless. So I think I would prefer the skis. We'll keep the propeller on to help us with the water, but... And I think some of it is I don't think the interface for swapping stuff around is terribly fluid either. That's a little bit of the problem. Yeah, I think the propeller might actually be the, like, fastest way to do water. At least for now. If I buy other upgrades, there might be better, but... Uh-oh. Okay. Everything's fine. Nothing to see here. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I guess I could start Toy Story 3 and see where that takes us. Well, at least she can do that. Because you said she was pretty drunk, right? I've definitely known people who act, like, awful when they're drunk, and then they don't apologize for it after the fact at all. They're just, like, not sorry. One of them was unironically, like... deal with it, I'm drunk. Which was probably the worst of them. A large part of why I'm so anti-alcohol these days. It's known, like, at least 2 people who were just... You know, they weren't abusive. Don't get it twisted. It could have been way worse, and other people have had it way worse, but they were still just obnoxious assholes, and they would always just be like, well, I was drinking, what did you expect? And it's like, I don't know, to not be an I don't become an asshole when I drink. Like, I don't know why you act like it's a chemical mixture built to make you an asshole, because that's not true. That looks like it. That looks very watery. I think... See, I don't know. I guess... the flying and the water stuff and the skis, like, they're not interesting choices. They're choices you have to make, which is, like... makes it kind of like, well, why isn't it just, like, built in, then? Why isn't it just, like, part of the game? Why do we have to unequip stuff and equip those when, like, you have to do it? I guess you could argue that you don't have to, but you basically do. I mean, I would maybe disagree with that with water, but I think for the other ones, you pretty much have to do it. Okay. That was a little difficult to read. Oh, this is this isn't deep water, it's shallow water. So I guess it doesn't matter. Oh well. Oh god. I'm kind of shocked that the engine upgrade had such a difference. Maybe Cross Worlds has ruined me and led me to believe that acceleration just sucks. So I was just kind of like, ah, fuck it. Has higher acceleration, who cares? Yeah, this actually isn't, like, float on it water. Oh well. They don't hurt anything by being there. And that's the other thing, like, you don't even know what you're gonna need on a per-course basis what is happening. I don't know how to back up. I don't think I can. What is happening? What? I'm completely stuck. Are you shitting me? This game sucks. It's... But yeah, that engine made a huge improvement. And, like, my top speed is higher, too, so I guess it does affect that? I don't know why it doesn't tell you that it doesn't. Or it doesn't tell you that it does. That would have been a pretty no-brainer upgrade if I had realized that. Oh, no, I almost did it again. Jesus. That turn sucks. It's, like, hard to even see what you're doing. I don't know, do you think I should stream more of this, or do you think I should just finish this off stream? Same goes for Outrun. I mean, I guess the upside of doing more of these is, like, even if it doesn't take a whole stream, I can just switch to the other after. Just because they're both PS2, I don't even have to switch emulators. Hell, Toy Story is also PS2, so... That was bumpy. Go, go, go! Maybe we'll see what we get done this week. Because I guess what it comes down to this week is that I don't know what I would stream instead. I don't want to start anything like an RPG, because I'm not going to have time to finish it before Pokopia. And then maybe, like, if I don't finish this week, I'll just do it off-stream during Pokopia streams. Not during, but you know what I mean. If I had something quick to eat, I would just grab a bite and stream a little bit longer because of the internet outage, but... Oh, no, the only other thing I think off the top of my head is... is Toy Story 3, really. Or just, like, a Genesis night, because there is a lot of, like, the older rad that I still have to do. Like, I know I talked at one point about doing, like, Castle of Illusion and World of Illusion. I could do something like that. I would like to knock out Typing of the Dead at some point. It's funny, I was just thinking about switching to that, and that's when the internet dipped out. Because that was, like, it was just hitting my brain of, like, maybe I should switch and do that quick, because I don't think that's going to take long to do. And that's when I noticed that the internet was... I mean, even if I do more of it, I don't think it's going to take until Pokemon comes out. I think if I played more of this tomorrow, I would probably finish it. Well, finish in big quotation marks. Finish what I have to finish for Retro Achievements. Let us fly, Kakuna. I haven't been paying attention to how much money I have, to be honest. Which is maybe a good thing, because it is probably just piling up. That turn sucks. Very unnatural. I think we'll probably do Toy Story 3 tomorrow, just for a change of pace. I don't know how long that game is, so I don't know if that's gonna be a... I don't think I realized that there was a thing on Retro Achievements that says, like, average time to beat. Whenever I check how long to beat, I check the website how long to beat. But now I know I can just check there, which is probably going to be more accurate, if I had to guess. It's not the most elegant gliding section, but... But anyway, that might be a one-stream game. I don't know. I mean, I imagine if I don't try to do completion, then it's going to be one stream, but I'll probably go for completion. Because I like the collectathons. So I'll probably do that, and then... Fuck, what's tomorrow? Monday? My schedule, like, my internal clock is all fucked because of the fact that I took off on Friday instead of Saturday. So Tuesday will probably then be like, okay, well, I have this going, I have Outrun going, I have Toy Story going, what do I want to continue with? Maybe even a little bit of everything. Because I'm probably going to take off on Wednesday to kind of just decompress before Pokopia. I think I mentioned the other night that, I know I've mentioned before, I have a big whiteboard on my wall. And I've made a habit lately. Something I didn't like about... Something I couldn't get into with exercising, especially the exercise bike, was that my mind goes in so many different places at such a rapid pace that while I was on the bike, I would just constantly be thinking of other shit I could be doing, or think of things that were like, I need to remember to do this. And when you're on the bike, it's not as easy as just like hopping up and then going back, you know what I mean? But since I've been doing fitness boxing, I'm already up, and it's as easy as just like walking 3 feet over to the whiteboard and making a note of, I want to remember to do this. So I've been doing a good job of like making to-do lists and then actually working through all the stuff that I want to do. But some of the stuff isn't like easy to just knock out. It's going to be more of like a commitment, and the kind of commitment that I feel like I need a night off for, where I can just like focus and not have to worry about anything. Not have to worry about like doing other stuff first, or so I think that's what Wednesday is going to be. And some of that stuff isn't even important. It's stuff like, oh, I picked up Netflix for some stuff that we wanted to watch on Discord nights, and there's a couple of things on there that I want to watch that are like movies. So it's like it's like a commitment. So some of it's just like that. Some of it's like, I need to cut my hair soon. And most nights after a stream, I'm too like exhausted to do it and go through all the rigmarole of it. So I'm just kind of like, I'm that's gonna be a night off kind of thing. Alright, we've got one more, and it's this shitty shitter. We do have a ton of money. Hold on. I did notice that. So we wanted 700 CPU. Let's do it. It's a little more top speed. And then ideally, I'll be in a pretty good place to hop into the Grand Prix. We'll do the Grand Prix, and then that's probably where we'll stop tonight. I guess I should have checked. I should probably get better tires. I don't know how expensive they are. It might have to wait. And hey, shoutouts to Riley, because I think if it wasn't for your interest in games like this, I probably never would have streamed it. And it is overall a good time, even though there have been some frustrations. And there's a number of things that I probably wouldn't have figured out if it wasn't for the fact that you have some knowledge about at least how cars work on a video game front. Like, I don't think I would have ever thought to try four-wheel drive, for instance. Or braking. Like, that was kind of a major awakening, where I was like, oh, I think I get it now. Unfortunately, we did go through some hardships to get here, because Because Racing Lagoon and Bomberman Kart were also like, oh, like Riley would probably like watching these, and those both were ass. And then, yeah, I don't think Need for Speed is gonna fly, just because soundtrack alone, really. But hey, we made it. We found a fun one. And Outrun was fun, too. I liked Outrun a lot. I do want to get back to that at some point. I'm worried that if I take too much longer to get back to it, that I'm going to have, like... I'm not going to remember how to play. And that's going to be a whole problem. Yeah! Now, you did recommend that I ditch my beloved car, so fuck you. Alright, what are we looking at for the Grand Prix here? I guess let me look at tires first. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford any, but... I guess we're probably... I'd rather just get the big ones. Oh, I can afford them. Although these suck. In, like, every way. Those would be better for off-road. I mean, those are good for racing, but they're completely fucked once we hit off-road. And low endurance, so I'm gonna have to pit a lot. These also suck ass. And those are really good for off-road, but they're really expensive. I think I can afford to wait and to just jump up to those, though. I think the on-road tires suck. Like, I don't think I would necessarily want to get those. I think we're just sticking with the ones I already got there. Well, I figured a lot of it is because you've played a lot of more intricate racing games that actually require that you kind of know what you're doing with that sort of stuff. Alright. This was the one that doesn't have water, right? It did, but it was all really shallow. But we still want off-road for this. No, that's just kind of like how you got into games like... Did he play them too, or... I haven't exceeded the part limit. You're lying. Unless that means I'm not allowed to have a transmission, but I don't think that's what that means. That's 5,000. That's 700. I can't not have a transmission. So when it says, does it mean under 5,000 and not 5,000 and under? Or do you think just, like, the turbo engine? I wish it told you which one wasn't correct. Well, let's try this really quick. Well, no, let's not do both of them. Hold on. That's no way to science. I have a hunch it's talking about the engine. Which is fucking stupid. Because it's the number it said I have to use. So it's just kind of wrong. Yeah, I was kind of like, like, it wouldn't run without a transmission, right? I don't know much about cars, but, like, I know enough to know that doesn't sound right. Okay, so it's lying about the engine, or for whatever reason this engine doesn't count. What does NA stand for? Because is that what it is? I wonder if the other 5,000 will work correctly. It's just, for whatever reason, this one is not allowed. I don't have enough. I don't want to try and do it with 3,000. I feel like that's not going to work. Like, I'm just not going to get very far. I guess I'm going to give it a shot, though. And then as soon as we have money, I can make the upgrade. I don't expect this to work very well, though. Oh wait, we're not going to get money for each individual race, so this might be a mistake. Let's take a look at how this works. No, they're all way faster than I am. That's never going to fly. Yeah, I don't know what that means. And is that... I guess I'll just have to save before I try that. So is that why this one doesn't work? Is because it's NA. It says 5,000 CC. That says 5,000. So the game is lying. Naturally aspirated. An internal combustion engine that breathes air solely through atmospheric pressure without forced induction like a turbocharger or supercharger. I'm kind of thinking that this one just isn't allowed. I mean, the last Grand Prix said I had to cap it at what, like 3,000? And this one worked, so I don't know why this isn't working. That is not what it means. That is what N/A means, but that is not what that means here. I don't want to spend the money on this one and have it also not work. I might have to settle for the 4,000, even though the game clearly says 5,000 and then told me it wasn't correct. Either way, I need more money first. Nope. Gotta change the tires back. And my engine back. I also don't know what that matters in this particular game, but it's fine, I guess. That's a lot of money, so we'll give it a shot. I hope we can do the Grand Prix first try, because if we don't, we probably won't have enough time to do another attempt. I'm already gonna go a little overtime just doing one attempt. Later, nerds. There's always that garbage truck in the back. I don't know why they decided to do that. It's kind of funny, though. Sushi tires. I haven't had sushi in a minute. Holy shit, it's been like a couple of years. I'm not the biggest sushi fan, but... One grocery store around here had sushi that was pretty good. I just don't shop there anymore. It's kind of a thing. And I don't know if the one I do shop at has sushi. It might. I got Pit next. Although they are all, like, right behind me, so pitting feels kind of unwise. I think I'm gonna go another one. Which I am noticing, it looks like the CPUs never pit. I haven't paid super close attention, but it doesn't seem like they pit. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Maybe they only do it if, like, their chassis endurance is low. Like, that's the only thing they really worry about. Like, tires, they don't give a fuck. Maybe I should get a car wash. It's looking very plastic at the moment. Look all shiny for the Grand Prix. Yep, we're turning left in here. We're turning left. It's very intense. See, yeah, thankfully you don't get punished for your tires being all the way down. I feel like if your chassis goes all the way down, you're probably gonna blow up, and that's bad. That's like already most of the money we need. So hey, cool. Thanks, I guess. All right, back to off-road. That's not good. Oh, it's really not good. Oh, that's horrible. I got too into. Oh fuck. I got too into it. Yeah, just call it. Well, I think we've only seen those two types of engines so far. Maybe there's more. What was that? Hello? I'm not feeling good about this one. I think that really comes down to, like, I don't think my off-road tires are very good. It'd be nice if they said how many laps this was, because I'm almost curious to see this, but it's also like, holy shit, what a course. I kind of don't even know what I'm looking at. Well, we'll give it a shot. I'm gonna need you, and I'm gonna need flight. I guess if it comes down to it, it's a lot of money. Which leads me to believe I'm about to get my ass kicked. If it comes down to it, I could always just do races that I know are going to be easy to do. It'll just be less money. Maybe one of the things that really helped with the engine and the acceleration is now I can actually brake around turns and not... Like, I get my speed back quickly. Whereas I think earlier, braking was a disaster because it took so long to build the speed back up. What the fuck did you come from? Oh. 7 laps of this shit? Excuse me? I forgot to continue playing the game. I was so shocked. Yeah, fuck that. I was too busy, like, looking at the track to notice that that's what they were hitting me with. I don't want to do any of these because I'm going to have to do fucking tedious part changing. And it makes me sad. What's the restriction on this one? 5,000 over. I guess I could hit some of these, maybe? I don't think this is going to go super well, but... Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't think it's gonna work, but we're gonna try it. It's inoffensive to try. Yeah, this might be fine. As long as they don't rubber band. I don't think... Rubber banding doesn't really seem to be a thing in this. Miraculously. Every now and then one springs up next to you, but then it's not like... It's not as egregious as a lot of other games from this era. I think because they realized that the difficulty is, like, getting the money to, like, buy upgrades. That they didn't need to then layer rubber banding on top of that. Usually these games would introduce rubber banding because how else were they going to make the game more difficult? The only way to make them more difficult is to make the opponents harder. Which usually came down to rubber banding, and the better you do, the better items they get. Because fuck you. Oh, so the race wasn't 6 hours long, it was like, you mean 6 hours of attempts. Yeah, I'm not too surprised by that, honestly. I feel like I see a lot of stuff in retro achievements in general where I'm like, this is gonna take an absurd amount of time to, like, master to the degree to do it. That's just the way games used to be, because they were badly designed. People try to act like it's like, oh, they don't make games like they used to, and it's like, they don't, but I don't think that's what you mean. They are much less idiotic these days, I think. Alright, so I'm gonna buy this one and try it. If it doesn't work, I'll reload my save and buy the 4,000 instead. High grip is fine. I don't think I'm gonna need you. Okay, so it's just that engine for some reason. Who the fuck knows why? We do need off-road for this. I don't know why specifically the 5000 NA is not allowed, but 5000 Turbo is. I mean, I know why 5000 Turbo is, because it specifically says you're allowed to use engines of 5000 and lower. I don't know why the 5000 NA is excluded from that. Based on what they say, it should be allowed. I don't know if it's just something about it makes it... I don't know, because I used an NA engine on the previous Grand Prix, and it worked fine. So it's probably just a coding oversight. I forgot to get a car wash. Oops. Well, this doesn't look good, but we'll hang in there. Well, he's beat the fuck up, so am I. Shit. I gotta remember to take the right path. It's way faster. God, those pits really sneak up on you. I did want to hit that, but... Like, I know there's the sign there, but it's still, like, it's a narrow opening. I think I still need better off-road tires. Which I needed another 5,000 for those. That section must count as on-road. Because control in there is awful. Yeah, the control in there is really bad. No. Should I pit again? I'm gonna risk it. I don't think I can lose the speed. Yeah, the traction in here is horrible. I think the left side's better. I actually feel like you might want to use on-road tires for this course. Because the off-road sections are all really wide. And then the on-road sections are, like, really tough turns. So I think I might have had that backwards. Oh, this should be, like, relatively free, hopefully. This is kind of a check if I have, like, what I need, I think. Because this will come down to tires, I think. I have a feeling that everything has a stat value, and they don't necessarily tell you all of them. Yeah, this should be fine. But yeah, I kind of think... Even though there's some frustrations with, like, exactly how, like, drifting works and stuff like that, I still feel like this game is... Whenever you get, like, again, there's no rubber banding. It doesn't seem. Whenever a bunch of players pass you, it's because you made a mistake. Like, you messed something up. Now, sometimes, like, the physics can cause some weird things to happen, and you can be like, I didn't do anything to deserve that, but you know what I mean. This last lap's gonna be a little sketchy. If anything, the shitty thing is that the AI players never pit stop. So you never get the advantage of, like, oh good, the guy in front of me has to pit. I'm going to not pit so that I can get the lead. There's no, like, strategy with it, because it's either, like, either you're dying and you have to pit, or that's it. Or you just tough it out, because they never use the pit stop. So that, like, sucks. And you can tell there because those guys were all right behind me, like, the whole time. If I made one mistake, they would have all caught up and passed me. But if they would have had to pit, like, even if they would have done it at least once, I would have gained an even better lead, which is risk reward because I'm refusing to pit to keep that lead. But it's not very risk reward when it's not a thing that they ever do. This is the canyon, right? So I gotta get the... I need off-road, and I need the glider back. I should probably just leave the glider on all the time. There's no reason not to. Unless this adjusts your stats in ways that it doesn't say. Which it could, because fuck you. Yeah, this is the canyon. Okay, so this is the setup I want. Off-road tires feel so much worse, man. Oh, that was bad. I keep trying to use the shoulder buttons to drift and brake. Oh, that was horrible. I overdid that. That's on me. This is a bad start. I definitely need better like, off-road tires. If I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this on this Grand Prix, because I think that's hurting me too much. I think I'll try to play off-stream and get the money for better off-road tires, so that the next time we play it, I can jump right back into this Grand Prix. Yeah, because they're like... On any of these off-road courses, they keep such an absurd lead on me. And again, they're all smoking, so, like... Why aren't they having to pit? I don't understand that. They're playing like Riley in Crossroads, and they're just hitting all the walls, because they don't have to give a fuck. It's like their endurance doesn't matter, which is, like, really shitty. That's just a game mechanic that you have to worry about and they don't have to worry about, which in itself is, like, kind of rubber banding, because then they never have to deal with the disadvantage of doing a pit stop. Which encourages you to never do it, because why would you when it's a disadvantage? They're all smoking like chimneys, and they just don't give a fuck. They're like, ah, whatever. It's not like it matters. It does seem like it maybe makes them slower. That is very awkward, and I don't really like it. That kind of worked okay. A turn is ass. Such ass. No, I can definitely feel like my tires just got worse. Like, I felt an immediate difference. It's fine. I never braked. I never used the brakes in Mario Kart until they introduced 200cc, and then that kind of taught me that it does have a time and a place, and that knowledge has kind of just carried me from there. And that kind of wound up being relevant in Crossworlds as well. Like early on, I was kind of like, I'm just going to use handling cars, and it's not going to matter. Um, how the shit am I in first? The fuck are you talking about? So I don't think I even used it in Crossworlds much until I stopped using handling cars, and then it was like, okay, I'm gonna have to. They do all speeds in festivals except 50? What do you mean? I assumed that festivals were just always like 150. Does it vary? I thought 200cc was fun to, like, time trial, but playing it multiplayer sucks dick. That's part of why I stopped liking lobbies in Mario Kart 8. Was because you just get random chance of 200cc, and it was like, man, this sucks. Even though, like, I knew how to play it, it just... That amount of chaos at that speed is, like, not fun. It's just awful. Yeah, see, like, on-road, I do great. It's just off-road, I suck right now. I think I just need better tires. I don't know if there's more to it than that, but I think that's a lot of it. To be fair, those are, like, the first off-road tires you can buy, so it kind of makes sense. If anything, it's weird that that hasn't mattered for on-road. Like, on-road is just like, nah, the ones you start with are fine. Now, see, here I feel like I can pit safely and everything will be fine. But it is, like, on the inside turn. So it's very hard to hit. Ah! I'm still gonna try to take it on the next lap. Because my tires are fucking shot. They're bald. It's done. Juice me. I don't think I've ever noticed that there's a variable speed. I guess that might make sense that why some races feel so much more aggressive than others, because they're probably faster. It's weird that they shuffle 200 in there, though. Because I feel like that does require, like, a different mindset for playing. So it's weird to spring that and not make it obvious. Oh, that's a good lead. Alright, I'm feeling good about this again now. I wasn't for a while, but... Alright, so I think we want the water stuff here, but otherwise we're gonna stay with on-road tires. Feels kind of weird calling them on-road tires, because they're just normal tires. do, do, do. is brutal. What the fuck? Dude, what is happening? Give me control of my car back. I didn't even do anything wrong. What the fuck? Unfortunately, I think they all have the water stuff, so I'm not going to be able to get any advantages there. Well, this is horrible, and I hate it. Please? Can I just restart this race? That's kind of nice. I feel like a lot of racing games don't let you do that. They're like, nah, fuck you. You have to redo the whole Grand Prix. That was a much better turn. Move, bitch, get out the way. Get out the way, bitch, get out the way. Alright, now we're flying. How do you even... How can you tell? Do you just feel it? Or is there, like, an indicator somewhere? It'd be funny if you just felt it, because then people are gonna gaslight themselves into thinking it's, like, a different class than it actually is. You're definitely gonna have people that are like, oh, that race sucked, it was probably 100cc. Some of those, like, fucking right-angle turns are just fucking stupid. I hate the sounds of this thing in water. It sounds horrible. I beg your pardon, sir? I believe that's my place. Thank you. Oh, it's bad. That's on me. I honestly should have pitted there. I'm gonna have to on the next lap. Especially if I keep running into shit. Oh, yep. Definitely got a pit. I guess I've never paid attention to the speedometer that closely enough to know. Like, how are they getting... Like, this might be rubber banding. Like, how are they getting so much speed just out of nowhere? I was flying for a while, and then all of a sudden they were like, nope. Caught ya. I mean, I know I needed to pit, but I don't think it was that entirely. Okay. I really gotta stop taking that turn so tightly. Alright, where are these motherfuckers at? Get back here. You non-pit ass. Oh, pardon me. shit-ass... What just happened? Oh my god, I hate this game. I like the game, but I don't think the tracks are terribly well designed. Because again, there's all these parts that, like, just have, like, a section of environment just, like, jutting out just to fucking punish you if you just, like, take a turn, like, slightly wrong. Like, these rocks, like, what the fuck are these here for? Just to punish you, which is, like, fuck you. Like, I hit that barrier on the right there at, like, just the right angle that it was like, nah, fuck you, you're just stuck now. And it's like, man, what the fuck? There's no, like, visual indicator that it's a bad thing. That's why it's bad design. Because that looks like a flat wall from the way you approach it, but it is not. Yeah, like, that part right there, like, why is that there? What? I mean, okay, he might just have a better propeller than I do. My propeller's pretty low level. That's fair. That might be why they are getting so much speed there. I should probably upgrade that stuff soon. Especially water, probably. I probably should have pitted. You still good? I just got a lot of static. Hopefully I can catch him. I have to hope that the next shop has, like, a good pair of all-around tires. Because maybe one of the things that sucks about these tires is their endurance is really low. So even though they mostly work for these on-road sections, like, their endurance isn't great. I mean, I think having to pit, like, once per race is completely fine, but... Although I'd feel a lot more fine about it if the AI also had to pit. The fact that they don't is really shitty. Get fucked, nerd. Oh. He's probably gonna pass me again here. Maybe not. Is he that far behind me? I mean, we take those. Fucking garbage truck, man. One of the developers is a fucking comedian. Dude, where's the guy in 6th? Thank you. Holy moly. Alright, I think as long as I don't score, like, dead last, this should be completely fine. I don't... No, I have done this one. Okay. So this is the one that has the small oasis, so I still want the water stuff. And then we just want the off-road. Do I have enough to buy a better propeller now? I'm gonna think not. $3,000. Yeah, oh, I only have 330. Okay, that's... Disregard. That is not a thing I can do. I'm pretty sure that the starting one was more expensive than that. Yes, this one might be kind of sketchy again, just because off-road. Well, maybe not. At least it's not off-road with shitty turns. I take it back. So now I think I have the loop down for the final Grand Prix. I think it's just going to be a case of let's look at the Grand Prix, see what the minimum requirements are, which there might not be any, and then just gear up to that point. I do have to still go finish, get the license, though. I haven't done that yet. I kind of wanted to do that before we stopped, but I don't know, I guess this is the last race. I don't know how long that's going to take, though. Hopefully not long. Depends on if that race keeps giving me trouble or not. Should I pit? I think I probably should. Yeah, you can't, like, I know that there's a sign there that says the pit is coming, but, like, as far as, like, the environmental, like, opening, it's kind of hard to see it until it's too late. Especially since it's such a narrow little passage. I mean, on one hand, I seem to be doing okay with my tires in this state, so... maybe fuck it. Never mind. We're not fucking it. Wow, nice deep hit. So it kind of, like, is on auto drive to get you out of the pit. And that one was awful. That one was like, hey, look, there's a wall. Have fun. Good luck. Alright, well, it was kind of a calculated risk because I don't think it matters. Like, I think we're still gonna finish the Grand Prix overall in first, so it was kind of like, it doesn't matter. I fucked it! I could have stolen it! 420! I'm falling out of love with Kexen Cart because it looks like a misspelling of Kevin Hart. And I am not the man's biggest fan. So I might have to come up with something else. Though there's still, like, not a crowd here. No one gives a fuck. It's so weird. Such a weird victory fanfare. Yeah! Yeah! I got a present. High grade GP. There is no parts regulation, so it's just upgrade as much as you fucking can. Which I would assume... I don't have a new... Well, I guess I already have this one. And I haven't upgraded most of these, so maybe that might be the last one, really. Although, looking at the interface, there's room for, like, at least one more, so there might be one more. Alright. Save me. I'm gonna go take a quick bathroom break. And then I'm gonna try to get that last license before we stop. Alright, yeah, we'll try to do this, and then... Ideally, that won't take long. And I should just keep going, but I gotta use the bathroom, so I'm gonna do that. Okay. Let's try and get this done. Does my knowledge of brake drifting make this actually possible? What? Time objective 41.48 seconds. Like, man, they really... They couldn't have just made it like 45 seconds? Like, they had to make it that precise, huh? That was probably already a bad start, because I was waiting for the... You know, the ding, 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 and it just never happened. That's not great. Wow. I think it did help. 0.03 seconds left on. How are you supposed to do that fast? Like, that's so tight. I'm not looking forward to program 10. That's gonna be a nightmare, I think. Is the paperclip where you're supposed to start drifting? Is that what that's supposed to be? It might be. I think that might be what it is. It would have been nice if they told me that. We could have saved ourselves a lot of anguish. Oh! That was messy. But we take those. Alright, what sort of fresh hell is this gonna be? Master this and you're ready to race. So did they expect you to do all of these before even doing anything else? Maybe they did. I kind of got the impression that I was supposed to come back for the other licenses later. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, that's cursed as hell. Let's do that again. Fortunately, unless this is a complete nightmare, this won't. This didn't take too long. I pushed a button. Why you no turn? Oh god. Yeah, this doesn't look promising. Oh! Why are we still doing this? Cool. I don't know why it gets stuck like that sometimes. And it's just like, fuck you. Don't make mistakes. It's like, oh, okay. Please? What's going on? Okay, that overall wasn't as bad as the other one was. It was messy and sucked, and I hated it, but it wasn't horrible. Yeah! Yeah. Cool. Alright, so now we can do the last Grand Prix. we're probably going to need a lot of upgrades before we do that. But I'm kind of tempted. I might think about this tonight. Maybe starting with this tomorrow and try to finish it and then move on after. Because basically all we have to do is get the money for the upgrades and then do the Grand Prix. I feel like it's not going to be too tough. I feel like we got over the hurdle. We got over that part where it was like, what the fuck, why isn't anything working? We got past that, and now I'm, like, feeling pretty confident. I think if we just go here and try to get as many upgrades as we can, we'll be in good shape. I mean, that's gonna be a lot of money, but, like, I think if we just get this engine... We don't necessarily have to get that. We probably do want to get, like, better off-road tires. We probably want to get these. So that's 23,000. We're probably going to want this, which is also a lot. We're probably going to want to upgrade the propeller. Maybe not the CPU. That looks like a very small difference. And even without that, we're looking at 26,000. I think if we just do the sprints... then we'll probably make most of that money. I think we might do that. We might start with this tomorrow. Finish it up, and then we'll either go to Outrun or to Toy Story 3, just depending on what I feel like doing. How much money do I have? I have a pretty decent amount, right? So we need like 16,000-ish, give or take. Yeah, that's doable. That's doable. I think that might be the plan. I might change my mind, but... Triple save, baby! I think that might be the plan. It'll just be a matter of, do I feel like doing more racing after that, or do I feel like something a little different? I guess the segue works either way. We're either going from toy cars to real cars, or we're going from toy cars to toys. So it kind of works, like, regardless of what I feel like doing. We did go very much overtime, though, so I'm going to get out of here. I'm fucking starving. We will be back with more Retro Achievements tomorrow. Yeah, regardless, I'm currently thinking... I have a sneeze cooking. Excuse me. I'm currently thinking that we're just going to jump back into this, finish it, and then we're going to move on and do something else. I think I might be leaning towards Toy Story there right now, but we'll see what happens tomorrow. All of these things could change. And then I feel like Toy Story 3 on Tuesday for sure. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So thank you everyone for hanging out tonight. Take it easy. Like I said, I'm gonna hustle on out of here because I'm very hungry. So I will. I'll see you again tomorrow.